Hello.
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good. My name's Alex. What's your name?
Alex. My name is Jaffer. So, Alex
Cool. Nice to
of
meet you.
Alexandro.
Yeah, well, Alex Alexandra. It's just easier for people to call me Alex. It's much
Yeah,
easier for people to pronounce, to be honest.
Alexandro. It's a Spanish name, I guess.
Hey, that's very good. Yeah, so I'm half English and half Spanish.
Yeah, I see.
I'm
Because I
impressed.
know that a lot of Spanish people named Alexandro. I live in Morocco, so near Spain.
Oh, nice. Yes, actually right now I'm in Granada
Ah, I see.
because this year I finished studying in England, and my degree, well, partly I was studying Spanish. So
Mm-hmm.
now I've finished university, I decided to come and live in Spain.
That's cool. And why Spain? Didn't you stay in
Why didn't I stay in England?
in England?
Because improving my Spanish, to be honest, and to keep improving my Spanish, it's a lot easier to do that in Spain than in England.
I see. Because you said that you are half Spanish. That means that, you know, maybe you learned the language from an early age as a children,
Unfor- as a child,
as a child.
um,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I didn't. I had to. I basically my mum is English and
Mm-hmm.
my dad is Spanish, but and I've always lived in England my whole life. But my dad never spoke to me in Spanish
Wow.
because my dad was fluent in English as well. So I didn't have the advantage of being bilingual. So
Yeah. You have to
when I
blame
got
him for that.
exactly. You understand me because it's very frustrating because instead I had to learn Spanish at school like everybody else and then go to university, spend money to
Yeah.
learn Spanish when my dad could have done it for free.
Yeah. Here we speak Moroccan Arabic or
Yeah.
Moroccan Darija. There is another language called Amazigh language, and my mom can speak it, and she didn't taught me as well, so I cannot speak it. So sometimes I blame her.
Yeah. So if I have a child in the future, um, and I'm raising the child in England, I'm going to speak
Hmm.
to my kid in Spanish.
Yeah,
And if my wife is Spanish, and she can speak in Spanish and I'll speak in English. Either way,
yeah.
I want my child to speak
You can
both.
just speak to the child in Spanish, and when he goes out to play with our kids or school, he's gonna
Yeah,
get English
exactly.
from there. You know.
Yeah. Something interesting is that I have a cousin from Spain,
Hmm.
and he decided to move to England, right?
Hmm.
And when he moved to England, he started going to an English academy, and at the English academy, he
Hmm.
met a Japanese girl,
Wow,
and
that's cool.
after like 2 years, they decided to get married, and
Nice.
they had children in England. So the mother was Japanese, the father, my cousin, was Spanish, and they had two children who are half Japanese, half Spanish, and they live
Yeah.
in England. So
Wow. Three
the children,
languages at the same
yeah,
time?
right. Well,
Wow.
so the now they're like 5 years old and 2 years old, the children, and the 5 year old. She's amazing. She even when she was three, she could speak in Japanese with her mother. She could speak in Spanish with her father, and she could speak English with the people at school and her teachers.
Yeah, it's amazing. Oh my God. It's I don't know,
Yeah,
they knew how to teach their child. Because a
the
lot yeah, because a lot of dads are like that, you know? A lot of parents are like that.
parents. Yeah,
Yeah. They speak two languages and the child cannot speak any of them if he lives in, like, let's say in an Arabic country, and the father speaks Spanish or the mother speaks English and the kid just speaks Arabic. You know.
yeah. Well, it kind of depends on the parents because in the situation of my cousin, um, from the moment that the baby was born, he just spoke
Yeah,
Spanish, Spanish, Spanish to the kid always,
and the mom
and the
Japanese.
mum just all the time, even if they're in the same room,
Yeah,
just Spanish, Japanese, Spanish, Japanese, and then when they're at school, just English.
yeah,
So the child doesn't have a choice; they have to adapt
yeah.
to. But
Yeah,
it's incredible.
yeah, children or childs. Oh my God, kids. Let's say kids. Kids
Yeah,
learn languages really fast in a weird way. Not a weird way, but without any effort, which is amazing.
yeah. It's I think people who are completely bilingual are
Mhm.
extremely lucky because if you later in life, it's very difficult to learn a language from the beginning.
Yeah, it's really difficult. I experienced that with English and with French, and
Oh, you speak French too?
no, I don't speak it as I can have conversations, but not as good as my English level, you know.
Yeah. So how long have you been learning English for?
Not as long as the French, because we start to learn French from elementary school from the start, and yet I cannot speak it. And we only start to learn English as a third language in high school.
Oh, so
And
you actually start learning English quite late.
yeah,
Is that normal for the whole of Morocco?
yeah, because the second language is French.
Yeah.
Then there is the third language. You get to choose between maybe Spanish, maybe English, depends.
Yeah, I would think that Morocco would probably learn some Spanish given that it's so close.
Yeah, here in northern of Morocco, in my city, Tangier. I don't know if you know about it. A lot of
Yeah,
people speak
I've heard
Spanish
of it.
because
Yeah.
there are a lot of tourism, here.
Yeah, I imagine.
So just let's say people who didn't go to school, even can speak Spanish.
Just
So,
because they need it, right?
yeah, they need
For
it to make a
tourism.
living.
Yeah. I think that's the case of a lot for English in lots of countries around Europe because English is like the travel language of Europe.
Hmm.
So when you go to the hostels, when you're traveling or the hotels,
Hmm.
l- lots of times, even if you're not English, the people in the hotel they talk in English because it's like the most common language between
Yeah,
European countries.
yeah. I guess if I travel to Spain, I'll find people like in hotels, in I don't know, cafes. I'll find people
Yeah,
who can speak English. So
yeah, and especially in cities because obviously right now I'm in Granada and I hear English quite a lot actually, especially
yeah,
and sometimes when you're walking down the street and they're trying to make the people in the bar, they try and say, "Hey, come and have some lunch." Like normally they say in Spanish, like, "Oh, do you
but
want some?"
yeah,
But they hear me, they hear that I'm English,
and you want
and
to
then
speak
they and
English.
then and they say, "Hey, come have lunch in my bar." I'm like, "Damn!" Like you
Yeah,
think I thought I would be able to ignore them
yeah. Maybe
because
it's an
but
opportunity
they
for
know.
them, for some people, to just speak English to practice with you. So,
Yeah,
and instead, you want to practice your Spanish. So,
yeah, that's happened a few times where I start speaking to somebody in Spanish and they reply in English. I'm like, okay, this is very nice of you, but I came to Spain to speak Spanish.
but it's really cool if you talk to a person and he speaks, like English, and you answer in Spanish. It's challenging to your brain.
Yeah, well, actually, my I met my girlfriend
Hmm.
in England well, at the beginning of this year, and she's from Madrid, but she's half American,
Yeah, I
so
see.
she speaks um, like
English.
completely fluent Spanish
Uh,
and really good English as well, or practically fluent really.
yeah.
And so in the beginning, when I met her, when we started dating, I would meet up with her and I would speak for a few hours with her in Spanish,
Wow,
and then I
that's
realized
yeah.
then actually we started speaking more and more English because she wanted to practice, and then half and half would be Spanish English in each date, and then we decided to get together, and then we realized
Mhm.
actually we didn't make a decision, but we ended up speaking our own languages. We're really lazy.
Yeah.
So I speak to her in English all the time, and now she replies
In
to me
Eng-
in Spanish.
in
Like
Spanish.
literally
I
the
see.
whole so even on WhatsApp and when we speak on the phone, the whole conversation is me speaking English and her responding in Spanish, and
That's that's cool. So you're already used to it, so you will not have a problem if someone on the
yeah,
street talks to you in English and you respond in Spanish.
yeah. I mean, at the beginning it was like a bit weird, but
Yeah, weird.
actually
Yeah,
it's the best way for us to communicate. But because we're too lazy to speak
yeah,
the language that we're supposed to be learning.
yeah. Sometimes when someone talks to me in French, and I automatically respond in English, because I know the
Yeah,
language more than French.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's difficult though because sometimes you want to be able to practice,
yeah.
and if the other person speaks your language, then it's easy to be lazy. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, I see. So I think you're already fluent. Are you, doing anything to practice, like,
What, my Spanish?
yeah,
Well, I mean, I've been studying Spanish at university for 4 years, and I had to do a year abroad as well. So 2 years ago, I lived for in Cordoba
Cordoba, yeah.
for like 8 months. So that was really good for my Spanish. 8 months living in the country surrounded by Spanish was good. But since I finished uni
Mm-hmm.
5 months ago, I haven't been doing much for my Spanish, so I decided to move to Spain so that
Again,
I don't have a choice.
yeah, to revive it again.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah,
even now, it's quite difficult. So, what about your English situation? You've got Cambly, of course, but
yeah,
do you still
just
study?
yeah. No, I'm not studying. I just listen and use Cambly to communicate. And they have some friends that I talk to sometime, not always. So I listen more than I talk. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
at least you've got this opportunity to practice your speaking.
yeah, this is actually my last session here, and I'm thinking about renewing. Maybe not. Maybe I'll think about it. I'll give it some time and think. Maybe. Yeah.
This is like your last one.
Yeah.
So how does the subscription work? Because I'm a tutor, so I don't know how the student side
So you
works.
pay for 3 months or 6 months. I don't know if the 6 months option is available. There is maybe 1 month, 3 months, and 1 year,
Okay.
and you get to choose between two sessions a week, or 3 or 5 days.
Okay.
5 sessions a week,
Yeah.
and there is another option to choose minutes. So there is 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and 1 hour. So the price change depends on what you choose. You know,
Depending on what you choose.
yeah,
Yeah.
depending on what you choose, the plan you choose. So it works like that.
Okay. I wasn't sure because obviously I'm a tutor,
Yeah,
and I'm new to this as well. I started doing Cambly like 5 days ago.
yeah. It says that you're a new talent, so there is
Yeah.
there is a small, let's say,
Yeah.
tag, something like
Yeah.
that.
Like a symbol.
Yeah, on your profile that says that you are new.
Yeah. So actually, I have a question about that. So why did you click on me? So from your point of view,
Mhm.
when you log into Cambly, do you just get options for lots of new people, and then you just choose somebody, or what?
Yeah, I don't know. There's an algorithm work. I don't know how it works, but you appeared, and if in your profile it didn't seem that you have an already a session scheduled.
Yeah,
So,
right.
and there are some other tutors that have or has some, maybe
They're
it
busy.
appears that in 8 minutes the tutor is gonna be
Yeah.
busy. Then I was looking, and I found your profile. It appears in front of my screen. I didn't need to search or something
Okay.
like that. Then I clicked. So I called, and it works like that. There is,
Oh, right.
you a list of tutors appears on your face, and you just choose between.
All
Do
right.
you like?
Oh, we have like we
Yeah.
have like 10 seconds left.
Yeah.
It was very nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And
Talk
if
to you
we choose
later.
to do it again, see you soon.
Yeah. Bye.